Hello and welcome to this month's edition of Crimewatch. Last month we said there had been some success with the man who appeared in footage taken in the children's department of a bookshop, as well as an arrest concerning the murder of a record shop worker in Hastings after numerous phone calls identifying the perpetrator. This month we have some interesting cases, including later the story of a man whose murder is, to say the least, perplexing.
Now, at the start, we said there had been an arrest within hours of last month's programme. Now, you may recall pictures of a man in a children's bookshop. Well, after calls to the studio, officers worked throughout the night, and at 6:15 next morning, a man was arrested in North London. 3 hours later, in Manchester, a man walked into a police station following our appeal about a series of sexual offences. Well, he is now awaiting trial on charges of rape, threats to kill, and grievous bodily harm. And at North Wales Police Headquarters in Colwyn Bay, the third call they took after a reconstruction of a rape in Prestatyn led to a local man being charged with 2 separate offences.
110 viewers rang about the lorry hijack in South London that was foiled by passers-by, and out of 35 names put forward, 19 have so far been eliminated, but police say some of the remaining 16 look quite promising. And 105 calls followed our appeal about a bank raid in Dundee. That was a reconstruction where it actually snowed in August while we were filming. Significantly, 2 men have been eliminated from a security video at a petrol station on the A90, and it looks like a new and important witness has come forward. Then there was this man, John William Hogg. Now, lots of viewers seem to know him. In fact, someone tipped us off that he was due at a meeting the following morning. He didn't turn up. On the other hand, he's been seen twice in the Lake District and in Dorset, and he may still have his beige Peugeot 205 registration F623JFJ. If you know where he is tonight, please do call. Now here's Detective Superintendent Johan Buch.
Now, if you had stolen from a fragile pensioner, you might think you'd feel ashamed or at least be worried about getting caught for such a crime. But not a couple operating in Hertfordshire. They picked the pocket of a 91-year-old woman who was shopping in a local supermarket. Then later they tried to forge a signature on a credit card and argued with shop staff who were challenging them. Now, this was the couple with the pushchair, but you never see a child in it or with them. The staff was rightly suspicious, but the couple didn't give up. In fact, they're on camera for half an hour. And when the woman finally did give up, the man continued the argument. The woman has turned up on lots of other security videos in the St. Albans area, but who is she? The man is in his mid-20s and is 5'10". If you have any information, we are on 0500 600 600. The incident room is on 01727 796064. That's St. Albans 796064.
Now, our next case is an assassination, a murder to order by the look of it, but no one is quite sure why. Did the hitman go for the wrong target? Was an earlier attack unconnected, perhaps just a bad coincidence? In the 2 months since Pierre Gam was shot, detectives haven't come across anything that might possibly be a motive. What they need now is people, family, friends, acquaintances, who know anything that could be key to his murder to come forward. From the witness reports available, we have been able to build up a picture of Pierre's last known movements.
The first attack on Pierre occurred on the 12th of March as he was leaving his agency business. Luckily, a passerby was able to intervene and may have presented anything more serious.
I saw this guy being harassed by this other guy.
What? Sonny, you with me? Leave me alone! Oi!
You right, mate? Yeah? You sure? Yeah. All right, good. They seem to be having an argument of some sort until the other guy started pushing him around. I shouted over to them, but the big guy saw me and ran off. I didn't really get a good look at him.
The next attack on Pierre occurred on the 24th of October, outside of his own home, which sadly proved to be fatal. After finishing work for the day, Pierre gave his brother-in-law a lift home.
Another hard day at work, eh? Yeah. Well, I guess I'll see you same time tomorrow.
Same time.
Okay. See you later.
Pierre was acting normally and even phoned his wife Stephanie to say when he'll be home.
Hello?
Hi, darling. It's me.
Hi, Pierre.
I just wanted to tell you that I will be home in about 15 minutes.
Oh, okay then.
All right, and what about we going out for a meal tonight?
Oh, great. Well, see me cooking dinner tonight.
Yeah. All right, see you in 15 minutes.
Okay then, bye.
Bye, darling.
It was 20 minutes later when neighbours had seen Pierre pull up in his car outside his home.
Right, scumbag, come here! You're coming with me! Come on! Come on!
Stop, man. No! No!
A man was seen running away from Pierre's home, where his murdered body was found.
Pierre loved his work. He enjoyed dealing with his clients. And for what is usually such a daunting and sometimes even nerve-wracking business, he always did his best to make sure his clients and employees had an easier time about the place. And that is probably why I decided to follow him into the agency business. Respect and honesty were always a priority to him, and I myself am totally devastated by his death, as are the rest of my family, and that is why I cannot understand why anybody would want to kill Pierre in such a cold and callous manner.
Johann Buch, Pierre Gam, was well known locally. To all intents and purposes, he was well liked. Who would want to kill him?
Well, all the information we have so far is that Pierre was a respected and honest businessman. He was well liked in his profession. He was a good family man and he had no enemies. So it's really a mystery as why he should be killed or why anybody would want to kill him.
I understand there's a rather substantial reward on offer as an incentive, if indeed an incentive is necessary.
Yes, there is. The family put up £10,000 as a reward, and Sussex police have put up a further 10,000. And since then, Stephanie, his widow, has put up a further £30,000.
So, who are you appealing to in particular then?
Well, we know Pierre was in the advertising business for 10 years now. He had his own business for the last 3 years and was very successful. What we need now is to hear from anybody who had any dealings with him in his business or personal life, which may throw some light onto why he was murdered.
I do believe you've had a call from someone called Tom, and you'd like to hear from him again.
Yes, indeed, some time ago. We think he has some more information he would like to tell us, which may help us with our inquiries.
And now to Peterborough in Cambridgeshire. In fact, to a suburban area of Peterborough, just in the inner city. For the last 2 months, there have been a series of house fires. All of them were started deliberately with burning paper pushed through letterboxes. There have been 16 attacks so far, with some places badly damaged. In 3 cases, families have had to be rescued from their blazing homes, and 2 people have finished up in hospital. Now, the truth is, we haven't an awful lot to go on, so the best, perhaps, is what we've got for the forensic psychologist, even. Now, Johann, tell us about that.
Right, the best thing we've got to go on so far is that 3 out of 4 serial arsonists are male. He's likely to be a loner, a bit of an oddball character, and the type of offences he's committed are unplanned and impulsive. He is highly likely to be a local of the Walden-Evington area, and what we are certain of is that he's dangerous and that he will not stop until he's caught.
Now, there was someone seen in the area that might prove significant. Can you tell us about this man?
Right, there was someone seen in the area the night following the most recent arson attack. He was in his early 20s, about 5'7" tall, and had short black hair. He was wearing a dark jacket, but that's all we know so far.
Right. Everything except the swag bag, it seems. Now, this guy dumped some stuff behind a hedge, and just see if you can recognize any of this clothing. Now, obviously, if someone had a little hat on like this, a little black hat, you'd probably recognize it. It's a little bit suspicious. Perhaps this black scarf also used to cover his mouth. Now, if you can link it with this large sort of wind cheater jacket, distinctive Ralph Lauren logo here as well. Might be fake, we're not sure. But it's an extra large, so he's quite a big fellow. Can you link all these together with someone in the Peterborough area who doesn't have them anymore? Our free phone number is 0800 600 600 if you can. Now, Detective Superintendent Book has people taking calls here. Others are standing by in Peterborough. The number there is 01733 63232.
The phone lines are open until midnight, and that's the number for any of our cases. You'll find other numbers listed on CFAX, page 621, and our electronic mailbox is on Crimewatch UK at the BBC, or more precisely, cwk@thebbbc.com.uk.
And if you've any other information on any other crime that we haven't covered, then please phone Crime Stoppers on 0800 555 111. That's Crime Stoppers on 0800 555 111. We'll be back in half an hour with Crimewatch Update and hopefully with some results.
If that's beyond your bedtime, we'll see you exactly a month from now, Tuesday, March the 11th. Till then, don't have nightmares. These are just a bad example of some of the crimes you get. Good night.
Good night.